Kingwood, Texas, 4.2 points and 4.8 rebounds per game. Now the starters for the Arkansas Tech Golden Suns, 5-4 this season under the direction of 12th-year head coach Dave Wilbers, who has a record of 271 wins and 70 losses at Arkansas Tech. Rob Grieve is his assistant. Cheyenne North is the GA. Starting at the guards, it'll be Hannah Valines, a 5'9 junior from Kingston. She is averaging 11.3 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 2.6 steals per game. Jayanna Sanders, 5'6 sophomore, Pine Bluff, 9.3 points, 2.9 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and 1.9 steals per game. The third guard is Kavanche Stackhouse, 5'8 sophomore, Helena West Helena, 11.6 points and 4.2 rebounds per game. The forwards for Arkansas Tech are Alicia Mardis, a 5'11 junior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 8.1 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 1.8 steals per game. And Lyric Williams, a 5'10 senior from Crystal, Minnesota, averaging 9 points and 6.2 rebounds per game. One change there in the starting lineup from what we had become accustomed to for the Golden Suns. J.C. Higgins, the Golden Suns' leading scorer this season at 12.7 points per game, not in the starting lineup today. It is fairly apparent that her right wrist is fairly heavily bandaged and wrapped up, and so she's definitely going through pregame warm-ups, and we anticipate that J.C. Higgins will play today, but perhaps that right wrist injury the reason why she is not in the starting lineup today for the Golden Suns. We will step aside for 30 seconds plus a station ID and then come back for more from Tucker Coliseum. This is Golden Suns basketball. It is almost time for basketball here at the Team Clean broadcast position at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville. The Golden Suns of Arkansas Tech and the Tritons of Missouri St. Louis. We will step aside while they have the national anthem here in the arena. We will step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, it'll be time for basketball right here on River Country KCJC and the Team Clean broadcast position. Back in 2 minutes. This is Arkansas Tech basketball. Welcome back into Tucker Coliseum in Russellville as we get ready for the Arkansas Tech Golden Suns and the Missouri St. Louis Tritons this afternoon on River Country KCJC, ArkansasTechSports.com, and the all-new KCJC app, which is available for download at the Google Play Store as well as on the Apple iTunes. You can go and download that new KCJC app and listen to the Golden Suns and the Wonder Boys wherever you go. Elsewhere in the Great American Conference today, only one other game involving a GAC women's basketball team, and that is being played in Ada, Oklahoma, where the Golden Suns and the Wonder Boys will be coming up on Saturday for a GAC doubleheader. But today, it's the East Central women hosting the University of Central Oklahoma out of the MIAA Conference. That'll also be a 2 p.m. start at the Kerr Activity Center in Ada. And so assuming the live stats operate as they're supposed to, we'll be able to bring you updates from that one throughout the afternoon. Over on the men's side of the ledger in the GAC, only one game today, and it'll be played a little later this afternoon at 4 p.m. as the Northwestern Oklahoma State men will entertain Emporia State University, also a member of the MIAA. And so a couple of chances today for the GAC to try to earn some valuable in-region wins over MIAA members. Looking ahead to tomorrow in women's action, Southern Arkansas will host Mississippi College. Harding will hit the road and take on UA Fort Smith. And Oklahoma Baptist will be home for Central Christian in women's games tomorrow afternoon. 2 men's games tomorrow on New Year's Eve involving GAC teams. The Harding Bisons will host our old friends from the Gulf South Conference, Christian Brothers, for a 3 p.m. game tomorrow in Searcy. And then tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m., it'll be Oklahoma Baptist's men hosting Rogers State. And then coming up next weekend, all of the Arkansas members will head west and take on their counterparts from the state of Oklahoma for GAC doubleheaders on Thursday and Saturday, and we'll talk more about that as the afternoon unfolds. Here this afternoon, starting for the Golden Suns, it'll be Hannah Valines, Jayanna Sanders, Alicia Mardis, Lyric Williams, and Kavanche Stackhouse. From Missouri St. Louis, it'll be Ariel Jackson, Mackenzie Latham, Caitlin Henning, Alex Laporta, and Kiera Stewart, and we're glad that you are with us on River Country KCJC and ArkansasTechSports.com. The Golden Suns wearing the home white uniforms trimmed in dark green and gold, and Missouri St. Louis wearing the black road uniforms trimmed in red and white. The opening tip is in the air. It is controlled by the Golden Suns, and Jayanna Sanders will bring it into the front court. Sanders averaging 9.3 points per game. She's 5th in the league in assists at 3.6 per game. Top of the key, Alicia Mardis with it, dribbles to the right wing, picks up her dribble, tried to pass it in the corner for Kavanche Stackhouse, but Stackhouse was cutting down the baseline at that same moment, and so the pass goes out of bounds, and the Golden Suns commit a turnover on the game's first possession. Into the front court on the dribble, it is Ariel Jackson. She was an all-Great Lakes Valley Conference second team selection last year. They work it around the perimeter against a 2-3 zone defense from the Golden Suns. Poked away from Missouri St. Louis's Laporta, but the Tritons able to save it. Now top of the key, it's Mackenzie Latham with it. Her pass is stolen away by Hannah Valines. Valines in transition, lost the handle for a moment, got it back, leaves it with the trailer Lyric Williams. 12-foot jumper is good for Lyric Williams as the senior forward out of Crystal, Minnesota, averaging 9 points per game, gets the first 2 points of this contest, and the Golden Suns lead it 2-0. Right wing, Latham with the basketball for Missouri St. Louis. Out of that zone defense, Valines comes out on her. Bounce pass on the baseline is received by Laporta, and she is immediately fouled. And the foul is going to be called against Alicia Mardis of Arkansas Tech. It is her first personal foul. It is team foul number 1. And Mackenzie Latham will make the inbound pass for the Tritons. Gets it in right wing for Caitlin Henning. Henning dribbles to the top of the key, hands it off to Jackson. Three-pointer, no good. Long rebound, tracked down by Jayanna Sanders. Sanders 2 on 3, so she'll wait for help. Now on a hesitation move, goes down the baseline and gets fouled on the floor. It'll be team foul number 1 against Missouri St. Louis. The personal foul is assessed to Caitlin Henning, her first, and it sends to the baseline to throw it in Jayanna Sanders. Sanders lobs it out to the top of the key. Pass received there by Alicia Mardis. She drives. Layup will not go. Defensive rebound by Kiera Stewart of Missouri St. Louis. Outlet pass for Ariel Jackson. Jackson dribbles to the left wing, picks it up, throws it out to the top of the key for Latham. Latham dribbles right, pass on the right side for Henning. Henning gives it back at the top of the key for Latham. She wants to drive, dishes out for Jackson. Three-pointer good from the left wing for Ariel Jackson. Jackson tied for 8th in the Great Lakes Valley Conference in scoring at 15 points per game. She's 9th in their league in three-point field goals made, and she gives Missouri St. Louis a 3-2 lead. Jumper from the left side of the hoop, no good for Lyric Williams. A scramble for the rebound. Lyric got her own, and then I believe she was fouled by a Triton. Here comes the official to let us know for sure with 8 minutes and 9 seconds to play in the first quarter. It is team foul number 2 against Missouri St. Louis. It is assessed to Kiera Stewart, her first. And the Golden Suns will throw it in from the baseline with a fresh 30-second shot clock. 8:09 to go first quarter. Missouri St. Louis leading 3-2 in just the second ever meeting between these two programs. The Golden Suns went to St. Louis and defeated the Tritons 63-54 a couple of years ago. Drive by Valines from the right side of the lane. She puts it up, no good. Elected not to use the glass there, and the defensive rebound collected by Kiera Stewart. Into the front court come the Tritons. Pass on the right wing. Valines there in the passing lane to deflect it out of bounds. Oh, I believe they're going to get her for a foul. They do. Hannah Valines is called for grabbing her around the wrist. It is Valines' first personal foul. It is team foul number 2. And as you know, if you followed the Golden Suns this year, foul trouble is something that has plagued this team throughout the early portion of this season, and something that head coach Dave Wilbers would dearly like to correct as conference play gets set to resume on Thursday. Drive by Latham, feeds it down low for Laporta. Layup no good, but she got her own rebound. Throws it out to the perimeter. Ariel Jackson for 3. Good again from the same spot over on the left wing. Jackson gets her second straight three-pointer, and it is 6-2 Missouri St. Louis. Into the front court, Anna Sanders drives into the lane, dishes for Lyric Williams, and she banks it home. Lyric Williams scores from the left side of the hoop. The Golden Suns should have some success on the offensive end of the floor today. Missouri St. Louis, 302nd in the nation in field goal percentage defense at 45.5%. Only 5 NCAA Division II women's basketball teams allow their opponents to shoot a higher percentage than do the Tritons. Pass out of bounds on the near sideline as Missouri St. Louis commits the turnover. It is the second turnover of the afternoon for the Tritons. And Anna Sanders brings it into the front court with the Golden Suns trailing 6-4. We've played 3 minutes. Hannah Valines shovels it out for Lyric Williams. 17-foot jumper, no good. Kiera Stewart has the defensive rebound. Outlet pass for Ariel Jackson. Jackson on the bounce over the timeline. Gives to Stewart at the top of the key. She's checked by Stackhouse. Pass on the right wing received for Missouri St. Louis by Mackenzie Latham. They reverse it left side for Caitlin Henning. Henning drives the baseline. Hands it off to Laporta. Laporta to Stewart. To Jackson now. She gives to Laporta for 3 from the left corner. It is good. Missouri St. Louis is 3 out of 4 from beyond the arc. And the Tritons lead it 9-4 with 6:25 to play in the first quarter. First 3 points of the game for Alex Laporta, who was the Great Lakes Valley Conference all-freshman team last year. Lyric Williams dishes out for Alicia Martis, and they've got Lyric for 3 seconds in the lane. It will be the second turnover for the Golden Suns. The two sides now even in that regard. And Missouri St. Louis will bring it into the front court. Ariel Jackson will be at the controls. She scored 20 or more points 3 times this season. She had 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists in their win over Oakland City right before the holiday break. Right wing dribble by Caitlin Henning, left-handed dribble drive into the paint, blocked out of bounds by Hannah Valines, and then Hannah helps Henning back to her feet. And it'll be Missouri St. Louis's basketball on the baseline with 15 on the shot clock. They may take a moment here to try to get the rim or the net off the rim. They do. Hannah Valines able to leap up and correct that situation. Inbound pass comes left elbow for Alex Laporta. Hands it off to Ariel Jackson. Little bunny hop and then a three-pointer for Ariel Jackson is good. She is 3 out of 4 from downtown. 12-4 is the Missouri St. Louis lead, and Jackson has 9 of those 12 points. Alicia Martis drives the right side of the lane. Bank shot is good for Alicia Martis. She gets her first 2 points. 5:39 to go first quarter. 12-6 is the Tritons lead. Top of the key, Kiera Stewart. Passes on the right wing for Henning. Henning dribbles left, bounce pass down low for Laporta. Laporta gets a handle on it eventually. They throw it back out to the perimeter. Latham with it. Now Jackson takes a pass at the top of the key. Gives it right wing for Henning. Henning bounce pass down low, intended for Kiera Stewart. Batted away by Alicia Martis, out of bounds with 9 on the shot clock. Into the game for the Golden Suns for the first time is Kiera Moses, a 5'9" junior guard from Urbana, Illinois. 3.7 points, 2.1 rebounds, and 1.9 assists per game. Inbound pass for Ariel Jackson, and this time they got her for that little bunny hop that she got away with on the last three-point try. Traveling is called, and the basketball belongs to Arkansas Tech. Missouri St. Louis with its third turnover. 5:11 to go first quarter. Tritons lead it 12-6. Golden Suns with the basketball. Man-to-man defense for Missouri St. Louis. Jayanna Sanders dribbles on the right wing. Checked there by Latham, throws it out front for Lyric Williams. Lyric drives, right-handed scoop shot will not go, and Laporta clears the defensive rebound. Laporta comes in averaging 10.4 rebounds per game. That leads the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Now on the other end, Laporta for three, no good. Defensive rebound, Jayanna Sanders, it's a 3-on-2. Sanders feeds it ahead for Moses, and Kiera Moses lays it up and in. Kiera Moses with the transition bucket, cutting the Missouri St. Louis lead to 12-8. And J.C. Higgins, I should say, takes the warm-up top off for the Golden Suns, and we'll check in momentarily. That's a good sign. Drive by Latham, left-handed layup, no good. Defensive rebound tipped out by Jayanna Sanders, but Ariel Jackson gets the loose ball, feeds Stewart. The layup is no good, and Kiera Moses there to clear the defensive rebound for Arkansas Tech. 4:11 to go first quarter. Missouri St. Louis leads 12-8. Kavonche Stackhouse, Hannah Valines, Jayanna Sanders, Kiera Moses, and Lyric Williams are the five on the floor. Valines drives, spins, shoots, and misses. Defensive rebound, Missouri St. Louis, hitting into the front court. Ahead for Latham, three-pointer good for the right wing for Latham. Missouri St. Louis now 5 out of 7 from three-point range, and the Tritons open up a 15-8 lead as they bid to become the first non-conference team to defeat the Golden Suns here at Tucker Coliseum since 2014. A drive by Jayanna Sanders yields a foul against Missouri St. Louis that will take us to a timeout on the floor. The foul is on Kiera Stewart, her second, the team's third. 3:42 to go first quarter. Missouri St. Louis 15, Arkansas Tech 8. Here at the Team Clean broadcast position, we will step aside for 1 minute. This is Golden Suns basketball. Missouri St. Louis 5 out of 11 from the field, but 5 out of 7 from three-point range, and that's the main reason that the Tritons enjoy a 15-8 lead over Arkansas Tech as Jayanna Sanders steps to the free throw line with 3 minutes and 42 seconds to play in the first quarter. Her first free throw try is nothing but net for Jayanna Sanders. Sanders, a 63% free throw shooter on the season. The Golden Suns as a team shoot 66.8% at the free throw line, which ranks 8th among the 12 Great American Conference members. Sanders gets both of those. It's 15-10 Missouri St. Louis, and now Sanders gets her first breather of the game as she is replaced by Leighton Taylor, a 5'8 junior guard from Cabot, averaging 2.1 points per game. J.C. Higgins is in, 5'11 sophomore guard from Conway, 12.7 points per game. Drive for Missouri St. Louis by Mackenzie Latham. She feeds it down low for Alex Laporta. Laporta too far underneath the basket, so she throws it back out to the perimeter. Now the Tritons with it on the right side. They dump it in for a new face in the game. That is Grace Morrow, a 6'2 junior center from Roswell, Georgia. She averages 4.2 points per game. Her layup is the first 2-point field goal of the day for Missouri St. Louis, and it increases the Tritons' lead to 17-10. Drive by Hannah Valines, pulls up, shoots from the free throw line, and scores. Hannah Valines, who displayed great acumen shooting from that range against Lane College 2 weeks ago in the final game before the holiday break, scores her first 2 points of this game, and it's 17-12 Tritons. Right wing, three-pointer is no good for Mackenzie Latham. Defensive rebound by Kiera Moses. Into the front court come the Golden Suns. Left side, Valines on the dribble. Beautiful zip pass through traffic to J.C. Higgins. She can't get the layup to go, though, and Missouri St. Louis clears the rebound. Ariel Jackson in transition. Layup no good. Offensive rebound by Caitlin Henning. Out to the perimeter it goes for Morrow. Grace Morrow gives it back to Ariel Jackson, and the Tritons will get into their half-court offense. 15 on the shot clock, 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Morrow within the low post, turnaround jumper off the window, no good, and Hannah Valines clears her first rebound of the day. Missouri St. Louis right now with a 10-6 rebounding edge. Left side, Leighton Taylor with it, gives it in the corner. Pass received there by Kiera Moses. Out it goes to Higgins. Higgins dumps it in for Lyric Williams. She goes to the basket, layup no good. Defensive rebound for Missouri St. Louis by Mackenzie Lathram. Tritons with the ball on a 5-point lead. Pass ahead intended for Alex Laporta. Too far in front, out of bounds. And both teams will make changes. Mackenzie Lathram is out for Missouri St. Louis. She is replaced by Faye Meisner, a 5'5" freshman guard from Bresci, Illinois. Meisner averaging 4.1 points and 2 rebounds per game. In for the first time for the Golden Suns is Ryan Goodsell. Goodsell is a 6-foot junior forward from Springdale, averaging 5.9 points and 4.8 rebounds per game. Hannah Valines shovels it out on the right wing for J.C. Higgins. Higgins drives the baseline, layup good. J.C. Higgins showing no ill effects of that heavily bandaged right wrist there as she scores on the drive down the baseline to pull the Golden Suns back within 3 points of the lead. Top of the key, ball possessed for Missouri St. Louis by Meisner. Meisner passes on the right wing, received there by Laporta. She'll try a 16-foot jumper. It is short, no good. Defensive rebound by Ryan Goodsell. They double team her. She dribbles out of traffic and finds Kavanche Stackhouse. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Golden Suns down by 3. Higgins thought about a 3, drives instead, spins in the lane, shoots from 8 feet, off to the left, no good. Goodsell with a putback try. It is no good, but she draws a foul against Grace Morrow. It'll be Morrow's first, and team foul number 4 against the Tritons. It sends to the free throw line Ryan Goodsell. Ryan is 9 of 24 at the free throw line so far this season. Her first try is on its way, and it is short, no good. Goodsell had 6 points and 3 rebounds against Lane College on December 16th before she fouled out of that game. She is the only Golden Sun who appeared in that meeting with Missouri St. Louis a couple of years ago who's still on the roster. She misses both free throws. Hannah Valines, though, with the offensive rebound off the missed free throw, and she scores on the putback bucket. 4 points for Valines, and it's 17-16 Missouri St. Louis. Right side, Alex Laporta feeds the low post for Morrow. Valines digs down on her, deflects the pass. Leighton Taylor steals it. Taylor out of there with it to Valines, and a great defensive job there by both Valines and Taylor to force that turnover. Stackhouse ahead for Goodsell. Layup is good, and for the first time since it was 2-0, the Golden Suns have the lead. It's 18-17 as Arkansas Tech has rattled off 8 straight points. Missouri St. Louis has missed 4 straight field goal tries, and they haven't scored in almost 3 minutes. Left wing, Meisner with it, gives it out front for Ariel Jackson. Jackson forces up a 3 at the buzzer. It is no good, and that is how the first quarter comes to an end. Our score is Arkansas Tech 18 and Missouri St. Louis 17. Here at the Team Clean broadcast position, we pause for 1 minute. You're listening to the Golden Suns. Arkansas Tech 8 of 17 from the field in the first quarter. That's 47%. The Golden Suns have yet to attempt a three-pointer. Arkansas Tech 2 out of 4 at the free throw line. Missouri St. Louis, 6 of 16 from the field overall, 38%. They are 5 out of 8, 63% from three-point range. And they have yet to attempt a free throw. Missouri St. Louis with an 11-9 rebounding edge, but the Golden Suns are +3 on the turnover margin. And Arkansas Tech has a 14-2 edge in points in the paint, which is a bit surprising considering the height advantage that the Tritons enjoy here this afternoon. Right now, the Golden Suns enjoy the lead, 18-17, as we begin the second quarter from Tucker Coliseum in Russellville. Grace Morrow with the low post touch, throws it out for Laporta, 17-foot jumper, no good. J.C. Higgins gets the defensive rebound. Golden Suns the other way. Higgins goes to the left wing, gives to Stackhouse. Stackhouse dribble drive, cut off at the free throw line. She dishes out for Higgins. Now Stackhouse gets it back. Long three-pointer, rims out, no good. Morrow tips the rebound to Ariel Jackson, and here come the Tritons. Pass right wing for Meisner. Meisner drives, layup is good for Faye Meisner. She gets her first 2 points of the game. 9:18 to go second quarter, and Missouri St. Louis back in the lead at 19-18. Jayana Sanders dribbles at the top of the key against a man-to-man defense from the Tritons. Drive by Sanders and a hand check foul against Faye Meisner of Missouri St. Louis. It'll be her first, team foul number 1 this quarter. And Arkansas Tech will throw it in from the baseline with a new shot clock. Lyric Williams returns for the Suns, replacing Ryan Goodsell. Grace Morrow is out for Missouri St. Louis, and she is replaced by Laura Sorigny. Laura Sorigny, a 5'9" junior guard from Budapest, Hungary, averaging 7.2 points per game. Lyric Williams, 12-foot jumper, good. Lyric Williams with 6 points here in the first half, 8:57 to go second quarter, and it's the Suns back on top, 20-19. Right side, Laporta with it, gives it up on the wing for Caitlin Henning. Henning dribbles left, hands it off to Meisner at the top of the key. Golden Suns in a man-to-man defense now. After they came out early on in a zone and got burned by those three-point shots, they've had to go man-to-man. Jackson three-pointer, no good. J.C. Higgins trying to get into rebound position, bumped her and commits the foul. The foul on Higgins will be her first, team foul number 1 this quarter. And Ariel Jackson will become the first Triton to attempt a free throw today, and she'll get 3 tries at it. Jackson, a 5'5" senior guard from Kansas City, Missouri. She is an 80% free throw shooter this season. Her first try is good as it hung on the rim for a moment before falling through. Jackson, 13th in the Great Lakes Valley Conference in free throw percentage. The Tritons as a team make 74.3% of their free throw attempts. That ranks 4th among the 14 members of the GLVC. Probably the school that we're most familiar with at Arkansas Tech that's a GLVC member is Drury University up in Springfield, Missouri. Had several matchups with them in a variety of sports over the years, including men's and women's basketball. Ariel Jackson makes the third free throw. She goes 2 out of 3 at the line, and with 8:35 to go in the second quarter, it is a 21-20 Missouri St. Louis lead. Bounce pass by Jayana Sanders was kicked in the lane, and it will be Arkansas Tech basketball on the baseline. 8 minutes and 28 seconds to go second quarter. Sanders will make the inbound pass. She's joined on the floor by J.C. Higgins, Lyric Williams, Hannah Valines, and Kavanche Stackhouse. This is the regular starting lineup for the Golden Suns. Stackhouse dribbles left, gets to the left elbow, shovels out for Higgins. Higgins to the free throw line, dishes it down low for Williams. Williams got fouled on the floor. That's the correct call. And it'll be the Golden Suns basketball out of bounds as Lyric got fouled as she received that post-entry pass. The foul on Alex Laporta is her first. Team foul number 2. Jayana Sanders will make the inbound pass for the Golden Suns. I say it was the correct call because Lyric, in almost the same motion, went ahead and went up and made the shot, but she was fouled on the floor. Stackhouse gives it out to Lyric Williams. She'll shoot from 15 feet and score. Lyric Williams is 4 out of 8 from the field. She has 8 points to lead the Golden Suns in scoring, and it's 22-21 Arkansas Tech as we cross the 8-minute mark of this second period. Top of the key, Meisner with it. She walked. Turnover, Missouri St. Louis is its 6th of the afternoon. The Golden Suns now +4 on the turnover margin. And it'll be Jayana Sanders to bring it into the front court with a chance for the Golden Suns to augment their 1-point lead. Sanders over the timeline, picked up by Faye Meisner. Lyric Williams sets a high ball screen. Sanders goes right. Meisner stays with Sanders. feed for Stackhouse. 10-footer in the lane, a little bit off balance, would not go. Stackhouse rebounds her own miss, fires out to Higgins for three, no good. Defensive rebound, Missouri St. Louis. Alex Laporta with the rebound, her fourth of the afternoon. Missouri St. Louis with a 13-11 rebounding edge. Laporta drives, shovels it down low. Layup try by Laura Serini was no good. Defensive rebound, Arkansas Tech. Sanders into the front court. Picked up at the top of the key by Meisner. 20 on the shot clock, 7:15 to go until halftime. Suns by 1. J.C. Higgins, one bounce, now passes it left wing for Sanders. Sanders wants to drive, cut off by two defenders. Now she'll take on that double team, goes right through it and lays it in. Jayana Sanders with 4 points. That's her first field goal, and a beautiful use of the hesitation move there as she lulled those two defenders to sleep and then drove right through them for the layup. Drive by Caitlin Henning, cut off by Stackhouse. Pass out front received by Meisner, and Meisner was fouled by Jayana Sanders. It'll be Sanders first. Team foul number 2 this quarter. Alicia Mardis back into the game for Arkansas Tech in place of Hannah Valines. And Missouri St. Louis will throw it in from the baseline with a fresh shot clock. Mentioned it's been a long time since the Golden Suns have lost a non-conference game at home. The last time it happened was on December 14th of 2014, so more than 4 years ago, when Benedict College came here to Tucker Coliseum out of South Carolina and defeated the Golden Suns 67-60. Alex Laporta with it on the right wing after an offensive rebound for Missouri St. Louis. It's been 2 minutes and 45 seconds since the Tritons last made a field goal. Ariel Jackson dribbles at the top of the key. Defended by J.C. Higgins. Golden Suns man-to-man defensively right now. And doing a good job at the moment, not committing a lot of fouls. Caitlin Henning drives the baseline, double team, passes out of it, and it's intercepted by Lyric Williams. Williams takes it the other way. Lyric down the left side of the lane. Bank shot, no good. Rebound, Missouri St. Louis. Henning got the defensive board. Henning over the timeline. Laporta on her right. She goes to the rim, misses the layup. Alicia Mardis got the rebound. It was poked away from her out of bounds by Serini, and the Golden Suns will have possession. J.C. Higgins gets a breather, replaced by Kiera Moses. For Missouri St. Louis, it's Mackenzie Lathram back in the game in place of Faye Meisner. So it's Jayana Sanders, Alicia Mardis, Lyric Williams, Kavanche Stackhouse, and Kiera Moses for Arkansas Tech. For Missouri St. Louis, it is Mackenzie Lathram, joined by Laura Serini, Ariel Jackson, Alex Laporta, and Caitlin Henning. Into the front court on the dribble for Arkansas Tech comes Jayana Sanders. Sanders over the timeline. Goes to the right side of the floor. Checked there for Missouri St. Louis by Mackenzie Lathram. Pass down low, shot no good, but Lyric Williams there to clean up the miss. Lyric Williams with the put-back bucket, her third rebound of the day. She now has 10 points. She's the first Golden Sun into double figures, and the Arkansas Tech lead is now 26-21. Golden Suns have outscored them 16-4 since the 2:58 mark of the first quarter. Drive yields a foul against Arkansas Tech. Kiera Moses gets the foul for a hack across the wrist. Her first personal foul, team foul number 3. And to the free throw line for Missouri St. Louis goes Caitlin Henning. Henning, 5'7" senior guard, Charlestown, Indiana. Right-handed shooter, lets the first one go. It is no good. Off the back iron, the front iron, and out for Henning, who is an 83% free throw shooter this season. She came in tied for 8th in the Great Lakes Valley Conference in free throw percentage. Missed the first one, her second one is good, and with 5:31 to play in the second quarter, it's now 26-22, a 4-point lead for Arkansas Tech. Jayana Sanders dribbles into the front court. Checked on the right wing by Mackenzie Lathram, goes left, got a pick from Mardis. Lathram able to stay with her through that screen. Pass on the left wing for Stackhouse. Stackhouse drives into the paint, feeds Moses on the left baseline. She dribbles out into the corner, 9 on the shot clock. Out to Sanders. Jayana, 5 on the shot clock. She'll have to make a play. Drives on Lathram, gets to the basket. Layup would not go, but a whistle and a foul against Missouri St. Louis that will get Jayana Sanders to the free throw line. The foul on Lathram is her first personal, team foul number 3. And Jayana Sanders to the free throw line where she is 2 out of 2 so far today. Sanders with 4 points. She also has 2 rebounds and 2 assists so far. The first try for the sophomore guard from Pine Bluff is good. Into the game for Missouri St. Louis is Grace Morrow. And she will give Alex Laporta a rare breather. Laporta averages 34.1 minutes per game. She ranks in the top 10 in their conference in terms of minutes played this year. Jayanna Sanders gets both free throws. 5 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the second quarter, and it's now 28-22 Golden Suns against a very good Missouri St. Louis team that came in here having won 6 out of its last 7 games. Ariel Jackson, three-pointer, no good. Grace Morrow gets the offensive rebound. Out it goes left side, three-point try, no good for Latham. Defensive rebound for Arkansas Tech by Kavonche Stackhouse. Stackhouse into the front court, gives right wing for Jayanna Sanders. Sanders drives, scoop shot, no good. Williams with the rebound, poked away from her. Kiera Moses got the loose ball, tried a 10-foot jumper, no good. And on the rebound, a whistle and a foul against Arkansas Tech's Jayanna Sanders, her second, team foul number 4, and there's timeout at Tucker Coliseum. 4 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's Arkansas Tech 28 and Missouri St. Louis 22. Here at the Team Clean broadcast position, we pause for 1 minute. This is Golden Suns basketball. Back with you at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville. 4 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the second quarter. Arkansas Tech 28 and Missouri St. Louis 22. Into the front court come the Tritons. They are just 1 out of 8 from the field so far here in the second quarter. Drive for the Tritons by Caitlin Henning, cut off by Kavonche Stackhouse. She passes out on the perimeter for Sereni. Sereni drives to the baseline, cut off there by 2 defenders. Bounce pass out to Henning. Henning into the lane. 8-foot jumper is good for Caitlin Henning. Her first field goal of the game. She has 3 points in all, and it's 28-24. 4-point lead for Arkansas Tech as we go under 4 minutes to play until halftime. Kavonche Stackhouse wants to drive, gets into the lane, dishes out on the left corner for Alicia Martis. Martis dribble penetration. Defender goes staggering backwards. Martis misses the layup, and Laura Sereni gets the defensive rebound for the Tritons. Missouri St. Louis into the front court. Sereni from 15 feet, no good. Defensive rebound by Lyric Williams of Arkansas Tech. J.C. Higgins is back in the game for the Suns. She brings it into the front court, throws it out front for Martis. Pass a bit off target, but Alicia able to track down the loose ball. Hannah Valines will check in at the next dead ball. Leighton Taylor checked in for Arkansas Tech in place of Jayanna Sanders, and her 2 fouls. Drive by Stackhouse, layup good, and a foul. It'll be a 3-point play opportunity for the Golden Suns. The foul on Missouri St. Louis's Caitlin Henning is her second, team foul number 4. Ryan Goodsell and Hannah Valines will replace Alicia Martis and Lyric Williams in the Arkansas Tech lineup, and Stackhouse to the free throw line to shoot 1. That layup, the first 2 points of the game for Stackhouse. She came in averaging 11.6 points per game. She had 16 points against Lane College 2 weeks ago in the last game before the holiday break. She misses the free throw. Defensive rebound by Alex Laporta of Missouri St. Louis. Ariel Jackson, Mackenzie Latham, Alex Laporta, Laura Sereni, and Grace Morrow are the 5 on the floor for the Tritons as they get into it offensively. Latham passes out on the left wing for Sereni. Sereni drives, scoop shot with the right hand, no good. Defensive rebound by Kavonche Stackhouse of Arkansas Tech. Stackhouse ahead to Goodsell. Goodsell receives the pass, but cannot get the layup to go. She was too far underneath the basket by the time she got the shot up, and the defensive rebound is cleared by the Tritons. Into the front court, right wing Latham. Latham defended by Leighton Taylor. Passes out front for Alex Laporta. They swing it left side, and it's received there by Ariel Jackson. J.C. Higgins right on her. Feed into the post for Morrow. Morrow zips it out opposite wing for Laporta, and we got 3 seconds in the lane against Missouri St. Louis. as the Tritons commit their 7th turnover. The Golden Suns still against a good man-to-man defense from Missouri St. Louis. The Golden Suns still with only 2 turnovers in this game, including none here in the second quarter. Arkansas Tech shooting 42% from the field compared to 30% for Missouri St. Louis. Hannah Valines bounce pass into the low post, and now it's 3 seconds in the lane against Ryan Goodsell. And that will give the basketball right back to the Tritons on turnover number 3 against Arkansas Tech. 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Second quarter, Arkansas Tech 30 and Missouri St. Louis 24. Left side pass received by Latham. She gives it up to Ariel Jackson. Jackson defended very closely by J.C. Higgins. 15 on the shot clock. Sereni takes a pass, gives right wing for Latham. Three-pointer good for Mackenzie Latham. Latham now 2 out of 4 from three-point range, and she cuts the Arkansas Tech lead down to a single point, or I should say, cuts it down to 3 points, I should say, at 30-27. Now on the other end, right corner Stackhouse. Stackhouse drives the baseline, and a blocking foul is called against Ariel Jackson of Missouri St. Louis. It'll be her first personal foul, team foul number 5, and so that will be free throws for Arkansas Tech's Kavanche Stackhouse as the Golden Suns are now into the bonus. Stackhouse so far today 0 for 1 at the free throw line. So far this season, she is an 89% free throw shooter. Her first try is on its way and no good off the back iron, so some uncharacteristic free throw struggles for Kavanche Stackhouse early on in this one. A minute 37 to go until halftime. Kiera Moses is in for Arkansas Tech in place of Leighton Taylor. Second try for Stackhouse. It is no good, rattles out. Rebound fought for, but it's Missouri St. Louis's Alex Laporta who comes away with it despite a good effort by Ryan Goodsell. Into the front court, Latham, and she is fouled right at the midcourt stripe by Kiera Moses. Moses trying to come out and apply pressure right at the stripe, perhaps force an over and back violation by Latham, but instead Kiera Moses commits the foul. Her second, team's 5th, and so now both teams will be in the bonus for the duration of this second quarter. Mackenzie Latham to the free throw line for the first time today. On the season, Latham is a perfect 12 out of 12 at the line. She makes the first one. Latham, a 5'4" freshman guard from New London, Missouri, had 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists 11 days ago. In the Tritons' final game before the break, she misses the second one, gets her own rebound, misses the follow shot from the right baseline. The rebound is out of bounds off Missouri St. Louis. So the 1 out of 2 trip to the free throw line for Latham cuts the Arkansas Tech lead to 30-28 with now a minute 23 to go until the intermission. Drive to the left side of the lane for Stackhouse, and she banks it home. Kavanche Stackhouse with 4 points. A minute 15 to go in the second quarter, and the Golden Suns lead is back up to 4 at 32-28. Left wing, Laura Sereni with it for the Tritons. Passes out to the top of the key for Laporta. Laporta passes right wing for Latham. Now Ariel Jackson takes the basketball, dishes out for Sereni. They work it around the perimeter. Laporta takes a feed on the left wing, out to Jackson. Ariel Jackson drives, and she is fouled on the runner from the left side of the lane. The foul against Arkansas Tech is on J.C. Higgins for the push. It is Higgins' second personal foul, and it'll be 2 shots for Ariel Jackson. Jackson 2 out of 3 at the free throw line so far today. She leads all scorers with 11 points. She is 3 out of 5 from three-point range today. First one is up and good. It was her three-point shooting early on that was the chief reason that Coach Dave Wilbers had to switch from the 2-3 zone that has been effective for the Golden Suns in recent games and go back to the man-to-man, but Arkansas Tech has done a good job out of the man so far here in the second quarter as well. Jackson made the first one, her second one also good. 51.2 seconds to go until halftime. It's 32-30, Arkansas Tech by 2. Jayanna Sanders is back in the game, needs to be careful with 2 fouls. Throws it out front to the top of the key for Hannah Valines. Now J.C. Higgins takes a pass on the right wing, dishes to Sanders in the corner. Jayanna goes left into the lane, 12-foot jumper. Did not get the roll. It almost stopped on the rim before falling off, no good. And Missouri St. Louis clears the rebound and takes it the other way. The Tritons with a 23-20 rebounding edge here in the first half. The shot clock and the second quarter clock are almost identical, so one would anticipate that Missouri St. Louis will hold for the final shot of the quarter. Dribbling on the logo at midcourt, it's Ariel Jackson, checked by J.C. Higgins. 6 on the shot clock, bounce pass to Laporta, back out to Jackson. They've got a moving screen on Grace Morrow. Coach Dave Wilbers had been asking for that on a number of occasions, and they got it that time. Grace Morrow commits her second personal foul, and the Golden Suns get it with 5 seconds to go in the half and a chance to add to their 2-point lead. Anna Sanders will take the inbound pass. The Tritons elect not to put pressure on the basketball. They get it into Sanders. Sanders into the front court. Sanders drives, leaves it with Valines. Valines at the buzzer, off to the right, no good. And our score after 20 minutes of basketball at Tucker Coliseum is Arkansas Tech 32 and Missouri St. Louis 30. Here at the Team Clean broadcast position, we step aside for 3 minutes. This is Golden Suns basketball. Back with you from the Team Clean broadcast position at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville, where we are at halftime, and the Arkansas Tech Golden Suns hold a 32-30 lead over the University of Missouri at St. Louis Tritons. Here are the numbers from the first half. Missouri St. Louis, 9 of 29 from the field, 31%, including 6 out of 11, 55% from three-point range, but they've only made 1 out of their last 4 from beyond the arc after opening up 5 out of 7. The Golden Suns switched from a zone to a man-to-man defense after falling behind 15-8 over the first 6.5 minutes, and since then the Golden Suns have really been able to gain the upper hand in this one. Missouri St. Louis 6 out of 9 at the free throw line, 67%. Arkansas Tech 14 of 33 from the field, 42%. Arkansas Tech has missed its only three-point try, and the Golden Suns are 4 out of 9, 44% at the free throw line. Missouri St. Louis holds a 23-20 rebounding edge, but the Golden Suns have more than made up for that with the turnover margin. forcing the Tritons into 8 turnovers, which is great, but even better, the Golden Suns with just 3 turnovers in the first 20 minutes of this game. And I'll tell you, if the Golden Suns could keep up anything close to that level of protecting the basketball the rest of today and the rest of the season, it will certainly help their business quite a bit. Arkansas Tech with a 24-6 edge in points in the paint. That edge is led by Lyric Williams. She has 10 points at halftime for the Golden Suns. Lyric 5 out of 11 from the field to this point in the contest. 6 points for Jayanna Sanders. Sanders with 2 rebounds and 2 assists as well. 4 points at halftime for both Kavanche Stackhouse and Hannah Valines. And then 2 points apiece for Arkansas Tech's Alicia Martis, J.C. Higgins, Ryan Goodsell, and Kiera Moses. Leighton Taylor has not scored yet, but she has been credited with a steal. Missouri St. Louis is led by Ariel Jackson with 13 points. She is 3 out of 5 from three-point range. 7 points for Mackenzie Latham. 3 points apiece for Alex Laporta and Caitlin Henning. And then 2 points apiece for Faye Meisner and Grace Morrow as Arkansas Tech leads it 32-30 at halftime. Here at the Team Clean broadcast position, we will pause for 3 minutes. And when we return, we will take a look at what else is going on in Great American Conference basketball. This is Golden Suns basketball. Back with you at the Team Clean broadcast position here at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville with the Arkansas Tech Golden Suns leading the Missouri St. Louis Tritons by a score of 32-30. One other game going on in terms of GAC teams right now at this hour, and that's being played at the Kerr Activity Center in Ada, Oklahoma. And the news there is very good for the Great American Conference as East Central University's women have a 37-25 lead over Central Oklahoma at halftime. That is a Central Oklahoma team out of the MIAA that is 10-1 so far this season, including a win over Augustana. And so that is a for-real team from Central Oklahoma. And right now, East Central University, our fellow GAC member, has the 37-25 lead at halftime in that one. Coming up later today, one game involving GAC men's basketball as Northwestern Oklahoma State will host Emporia State out of the MIAA. That'll be a 4 p.m. game this afternoon in Alva, Oklahoma. We told you about some non-conference games coming up tomorrow. Want to skip ahead to this weekend. We're going to have some great matchups in GAC action, including two involving the Arkansas Tech teams. The Golden Suns and the Wonder Boys will head to Durant, Oklahoma on Thursday for a 5:30 and 7:30 p.m. doubleheader against Southeastern Oklahoma State. They'll then stay over in Oklahoma and make the short drive up to Ada to take on East Central University at 1 and 3 p.m. next Saturday afternoon. You can hear all four of those games here on River Country KCJC, ArkansasTechSports.com, and the all-new KCJC app. Other GAC doubleheaders coming up on Thursday. It'll be Southern Arkansas at Northwestern Oklahoma State. UA Monticello will visit Southwestern Oklahoma State. That'll be an interesting women's game. UAM, of course, already has a win over the Golden Suns, and they added a very talented transfer at the change of semesters, and so the Cotton Blossoms may be a genuine threat, and it'll be interesting to see how they fare on the road against the nationally ranked Southwestern Oklahoma State Lady Bulldogs on Thursday night. Harding will be at East Central. Ouachita Baptist will visit Southern Nazarene. It'll be Henderson State at Oklahoma Baptist, and then the aforementioned matchup between Arkansas Tech and Southeastern Oklahoma State on Thursday night from the Magnolia capital of the Sooner State, Durant, Oklahoma. Here in Tucker Coliseum in Russellville this afternoon, we are at halftime, and the Arkansas Tech Golden Suns have a 32-30 lead over Missouri St. Louis. Here at the Team Clean broadcast position, we pause for 3 minutes and then come back with the second half. This is Golden Suns basketball. Before we get the second half underway, a huge congratulations goes out to everybody who was involved in the Hoops for Hunger tournament at Russellville High School earlier this week. Of course, the Russellville Cyclones and Lady Cyclones both emerged as the tournament champions, and that was certainly wonderful. But even greater was the fact that $50,000 was raised to fight hunger in our local community here in the Russellville area and beyond. So congratulations to the Russellville Rotary Club, as well as everyone else who made that event possible. Hannah Valines with a 10-foot jumper from the left side of the lane to begin the second half is no good. Laporta gets the rebound for the Tritons, and she is fouled. Our friend Kelly Davis is out on assignment today, but he wanted me to pass along a special big thanks to Dr. Robin E. Bowen for Arkansas Tech University's support of that event, as well as Pete Kelly from the Department of Health and Physical Education. He and several of his students helped run that tournament. A lot of people put in effort to make that possible, and so congratulations and thank you to all concerned. Pass out of bounds on the right baseline. It was intended for Alex Laporta, and the Golden Suns will get it right back. The foul a moment ago against Arkansas Tech was on Hannah Valines. It is her second personal foul, team foul number 1 this quarter. Anna Sanders misses a three. Ariel Jackson gets the defensive rebound. Jackson into the front court, takes it to the rim, layup no good, and on the rebound, a whistle and a foul. The foul is going to be against Missouri St. Louis's Alex Laporta. Laporta picks up her second personal foul. It is team foul number 1 on the Tritons. To be completely honest, at full speed watching it, I assumed that they were going to call Hannah Valines for a push from behind, but that's not the way the call went, and it favored the Golden Suns, so we shall not complain. Pass in the right corner for Kavanche Stackhouse. Stackhouse checked by Ariel Jackson. Throws it out to the top of the key for J.C. Higgins. We've played 1 minute in the third quarter. Golden Suns still lead by 2. Feed down low for Lyric Williams, double teamed. Gets it out to the perimeter for Sanders, 4 to shoot. Anna drives, layup short, no good. Rebound controlled for Missouri St. Louis by Mackenzie Latham. Ahead it goes to Ariel Jackson. Nice behind the back move into the front court for Henning. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound out of bounds, and it will belong to the Golden Suns. A bit of a ragged start to the third quarter for both teams. 8 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the third quarter. Arkansas Tech leading 32-30. Golden Suns 0 for 3 from the field so far in the second half. Missouri St. Louis 0 for 2 with a turnover. Top of the key, Hannah Valines with it, drives, 10-foot jumper, good for Hannah Valines. She's 3 out of 6 from the field. Valines with 6 points, and it's 34-30, a 4-point lead for Arkansas Tech. 8 minutes and 13 seconds to go, third quarter. Laporta passes right wing for Latham. Latham dribbles right, lost the handle. Anna Sanders goes for the steal and knocks it out of bounds. The basketball will stay with Missouri St. Louis with 15 on the shot clock. Inbound pass will be made for the Tritons by Ariel Jackson. Jackson, guarded by J.C. Higgins, gets it inbound to Mackenzie Latham. Latham picks up her dribble, throws it in the right corner for Laporta. Pass deflected by Valines. Laporta fights for the loose ball with Higgins. Gets it, gives it out to Jackson for 3. No good. Defensive rebound, Arkansas Tech by Kavanche Stackhouse. Stackhouse dribbles into the front court. Stops, finds the trailer Valines. Hannah penetrates into the lane. 8-foot jumper is no good. Defensive rebound by Alex Laporta. She lost it. Stolen by Lyric Williams to Higgins for the layup. It's good. J.C. Higgins with the layup, created by the steal and the assist by Lyric Williams, and the Golden Suns lead it by half a dozen. This is the largest lead of the afternoon for the Golden Suns. Missouri St. Louis 0 for 3 from the field so far here in the second half. They get it down low for Kiera Stewart. Her layup is no good. Rebound, loose in the paint. Stewart gets her own rebound, throws it out to the perimeter. Ariel Jackson gets the basketball, and she wants to get them into their half-court set. Gives to Laporta inside the top of the key. She dishes out right wing for Henning. Henning feeds the post for Stewart, up and under move, and a foul is going to be called against Lyric Williams of Arkansas Tech. Lyric picks up her first personal foul, team foul number 2 this quarter, and Missouri St. Louis will throw it in from the baseline with 6:59 to go in the third quarter, and Arkansas Tech leading 36-30. Inbound pass to a cutting Ariel Jackson. Layup from the left side of the rim, no good. J.C. Higgins forced the miss. Lyric Williams rebounded it. Outlet pass for Higgins to the rim. Layup, no good, but J.C. was fouled, and she will shoot 2. The foul is on Mackenzie Latham of Missouri St. Louis. It is her second personal foul. Team foul number 2 this quarter. And JC Higgins to the free throw line for Arkansas Tech. This is Higgins' first trip to the free throw line today. She is an 88% free throw shooter this season. First try is up and good. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Higgins as Ryan Goodsell replaces Lyric Williams in the Arkansas Tech lineup. Higgins tied for 4th in the Great American Conference in free throw percentage this year. Gets both of those. 6:51 to go third quarter, and the Golden Suns have scored the first 6 points of the second half to open up a 38-30 lead. Left wing, Caitlin Henning with it, wants to drive. Cut off by Stackhouse, and she throws it away. Errant pass into the far sideline, and head coach Katie Vaughn, the recipient of that pass, had to restrain herself from slamming the basketball down in frustration. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Laura Sereni is in for Missouri St. Louis, replacing Mackenzie Latham. This Golden Suns team, to be real honest, through the first 9 games of the year, when they had tried to play man-to-man, it had been a bit of a struggle, chiefly because of foul trouble. But the Golden Suns have been much better in that regard here today, and it's the main reason they lead by 8 with 6:27 to go in the third quarter. Jayanna Sanders gets a pick from Goodsell, goes left, cut off by Ariel Jackson, spins, shoots, and misses from 12 feet. Rebound, Missouri St. Louis, and a foul against Arkansas Tech's Ryan Goodsell. It is Goodsell's first. It is team foul number 3, and the basketball belongs to Missouri St. Louis following the Kiera Stewart defensive rebound. Kiera Stewart, Ariel Jackson, Caitlin Henning, Alex Laporta, and Laura Sereni are the 5 on the floor for the Tritons. They have the basketball trailing 38-30 with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Top of the key, Caitlin Henning passes on the right wing for Ariel Jackson. Jackson, defended by J.C. Higgins, gives top of the key for Henning. Henning drives and got fouled by Jayanna Sanders. They will award Henning 2 free throws. The foul on Jayanna Sanders is her 3rd personal. She becomes the first Golden Sun to reach 3 personal fouls. And she sends Henning to the free throw line, where she is 1 out of 2 today. Henning has 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. First try for the Charlestown, Indiana product is good. She will have 1 more with 5:52 to go in this third quarter. That is the first point of the second half for the Tritons. And the second one is no good. Hannah Valines has the defensive rebound. Hannah Valines, Ryan Goodsell, Jayanna Sanders, Kavanche Stackhouse, and J.C. Higgins, the 5 on the floor for Tech. Goodsell feeds Higgins down the right baseline, and J.C. stepped out of bounds. First turnover of the second half, only the 4th turnover of the game for the Golden Suns, as Lyric Williams replaces Ryan Goodsell in the Arkansas Tech lineup. And Ariel Jackson will bring it into the front court for the Tritons. Jackson, with 13 points today, leads all scorers. But she has cooled off since a hot start. Pass on the left wing for Sereni. Sereni checked by Jayanna Sanders. Bounce pass out to the top of the key for Henning. Henning gives to Jackson, 14 to shoot. Pass into the lane is intercepted by Kavanche Stackhouse. Stackhouse leads a 3-on-3 the other way. Slows up on the right wing and looks for more help. Throws it out front for the trailer, Jayanna Sanders. Sanders goes to the left wing, drives the baseline. Layup is no good for Jayanna Sanders. Tries to put back her own miss, unsuccessful. Then got another rebound and stepped on the baseline. And the Golden Suns give it back to the Tritons as a result. Alicia Martis in, Kavanche Stackhouse out for Arkansas Tech. 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go, third quarter. The Golden Suns haven't scored in 2 minutes and 16 seconds, and yet they still lead 38-31. Over the timeline on the dribble, Ariel Jackson. Gives it right side for Kiera Stewart. Now Sereni takes the feed. Sereni wants to drive down the left side of the lane. Dishes out for Ariel Jackson. She zips it to the cutter, Laporta. Laporta try from the left block is short, no good, and Alicia Martis clears the defensive rebound for Arkansas Tech. Jayanna Sanders into the front court. Stops inside the top of the key, pass deflected and stolen by Caitlin Henning. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Henning layup good. 4:33 to go in the third quarter. Missouri St. Louis gets its first field goal of the second half. They had missed their first 6 tries to begin the quarter. And now Coach Dave Wilbers wants timeout. Our score is Arkansas Tech 38, and Missouri St. Louis 33. Here at the Team Clean broadcast position, we pause for 1 minute. This is Golden Suns basketball. Four minutes and 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. Arkansas Tech 38 and Missouri St. Louis 33. Going to be a bit of an extra break here, as during the timeout the officials discovered that there is what appears to be blood on the floor here at Tucker Coliseum. That's at least the indication based on the fact of how they are treating it. Here with 4:22 to go in the third quarter, so this will be an extended timeout for both sides. Gives us a chance to get you a score update from Ada, Oklahoma, where it continues to be all East Central. The East Central Tigers with a 47-31 lead over nationally 22nd ranked Central Oklahoma. The Tigers led today by Tia Williams. She has 16 points on 6 of 10 shooting from the field, including 3 out of 6 from three-point range. The other big star in terms of perimeter shooting for the Tigers has been Hannah Ladd. She's hit 3 three-pointers in 5 attempts, accounting for all 9 of her points, as the Tigers of East Central trying to pull off the upset of Central Oklahoma today in Ada, Oklahoma at the Kerr Activity Center, where we will be next Saturday afternoon for a doubleheader between Arkansas Tech and East Central. Golden Suns with the basketball following the timeout. Drive by Hannah Valines, 10-foot jumper good from right in the middle of the paint. Hannah Valines ends a scoring drought of 3 minutes for the Golden Suns and gives Arkansas Tech a 40-33 lead with just over 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Hannah Valines with 8 points. Drive down the right baseline, jumper is up and good. Laura Sereni on the bucket as she hits the 8-footer from the right baseline. And she cuts the Arkansas Tech lead right back down to 5. Kiera Moses counterattack. Layup will not go. Kiera Stewart got the defensive rebound for the Tritons. Missouri St. Louis into the front court. Ariel Jackson layup no good. Defensive rebound for Tech by Lyric Williams. Lyric into the front court. 4-on-3. Behind the back dribble. Gets it out to Valines. Valines thought about a 3. Now backs it out. Pass in the right corner for Kiera Moses. The Golden Suns have only attempted 2 three-pointers all day and have not made one yet. Ball is lost and stolen away from Missouri St. Louis by Caitlin Henning. Henning goes coast to coast, drives to the basket, loses the handle out of bounds. It was last touched by the Golden Suns, and the Tritons will maintain possession when we come back. Timeout on the floor, 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go, third quarter. It's Arkansas Tech 40 and Missouri St. Louis 35. Here at the Team Clean broadcast position, we pause for 1 minute. This is Golden Suns basketball. Hannah Valines, J.C. Higgins, Alicia Mardis, Lyric Williams, and Leighton Taylor, the 5 on the floor for Arkansas Tech following the timeout. Inbound pass for Alex Laporta of Missouri St. Louis. She dribbles at the right elbow, throws it out front for Laura Sereni. Sereni hands it off to Caitlin Henning. Now a pass in the left wing for Faye Meisner, who's back in the game for the first time in the second half. Meisner dribbles to the free throw line, dishes out right wing for Sereni. Sereni drives, layup try, short, no good. Hannah Valines gets the defensive rebound for Arkansas Tech. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go, third quarter. Arkansas Tech leading 40-35 here at Tucker Coliseum, where the Golden Suns are 55-5 since the beginning of the 2014-15 season. Top of the key, J.C. Higgins, 12 on the shot clock. Drives the left side of the lane, cut off by Henning. Throws it across the lane for Lyric Williams. She goes up for the 10-foot shot and draws a foul against Kiera Stewart of Missouri St. Louis. It is Stewart's third personal foul. It is team foul number 3 this quarter on the Tritons. And Lyric Williams will head to the free throw line for the first time today. Lyric on the season is a 65% free throw shooter, 17 out of 26. The first one is short, no good. Arkansas Tech is now 6 out of 12 at the free throw line today. Grace Morrow replaces Kiera Stewart in the Missouri St. Louis lineup. Second try for Lyric Williams, it is good. And with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go, the Golden Suns lead 41-35. Lyric Williams with 11 points to lead the Golden Suns. Right wing, Caitlin Henning with it, defended by Leighton Taylor. Morrow sets a pick. Taylor goes right, and Leighton Taylor picked her pocket. Leighton Taylor just took it right away from Henning. Now Taylor into the front court, gives to J.C. Higgins. Higgins passes out right wing for Valines. Spin move, shot up, off the window, and good for Hannah Valines. A 10-footer from right of the lane for Valines. She's got 10 points, and it's 43-35 Golden Suns. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Henning dribbles at the top of the key for Missouri St. Louis. Gives it up to Laura Sereni. 16 to shoot. Hannah Valines right in her with the defense, and Valines, a bit off balance, commits the foul. Valines picks up her third personal foul, and that is team foul number 5 this quarter, and so Missouri St. Louis will be in the bonus for the final minute and 49 seconds of the period. Laura Sereni to the free throw line for the first time today. First try is up and good for Sereni. She is an 84% free throw shooter this season. Came into the day 27 out of 32 at the line. Ariel Jackson is back in for Missouri St. Louis in place of Caitlin Henning. For Arkansas Tech, Leighton Taylor gets a breather. Second free throw is on its way and good. Kavanche Stackhouse is in the lineup for the Golden Suns. It's Stackhouse, Alicia Mardis, Lyric Williams, J.C. Higgins, and Hannah Valines. Both free throws good for Sereni, and it's a 6-point lead for the Golden Suns. Drive by Alicia Mardis, double teamed, goes up with the left hand, no good, and the defensive rebound is cleared by Grace Morrow. A minute 34 to go, third quarter, Tech leading 43-37. Golden Suns trying to extend a winning streak against non-conference opponents here at Tucker Coliseum that dates back more than 4 years. Sereni throws it out front for Ariel Jackson, got her defender off balance, drives to the basket and lays it in with the left hand. J.C. Higgins came out with the closeout, expecting Ariel Jackson to shoot the 3. Instead, Jackson just let her breeze on by, and then Jackson drove to the basket for the easy 2. 43-39, the Golden Suns lead down to 4. 4 straight points for the Tritons. Alicia Mardis misses the runner in the lane. Defensive rebound by Alex Laporta of Missouri St. Louis. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Top of the key, Morrow passes on the right wing for Ariel Jackson. Jackson left-handed dribble drive, draws the foul. They will count the basket on the runner in the lane for Ariel Jackson. The foul on J.C. Higgins will be her third personal. And Ariel Jackson now with 17 points on the day. She's 4 out of 5 at the free throw line. And she will head to the line to shoot 1. J. Anna Sanders checks in and Alicia Mardis checks out for the Golden Suns. And Ariel Jackson heads to the free throw line with a chance to add to what is, at the moment, a 6-0 run for Missouri St. Louis. Her free throw is good, and that's 7 straight points for Missouri St. Louis here late in the third quarter to cut what was an 8-point Arkansas Tech lead down to 1. J. Anna Sanders gets a high ball screen from Valines, dribbles to the right elbow. Sanders still with her dribble, shovels it ahead for Higgins. Higgins couldn't handle the pass, and it's stolen by Grace Morrow. That's 5 turnovers for the Golden Suns here in the third quarter, after they committed just 3 for the entirety of the first half. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Golden Suns by 1. In the front court on the dribble, Faye Meisner for Missouri St. Louis. 3-second difference between shot clock and third quarter clock. Meisner drives the baseline, layup short, no good. Follow try is good. Alex Laporta with the second chance points, just her second field goal of the day. Missouri St. Louis leads. Sanders coast to coast, layup is short, no good. And we go to the fourth quarter with Missouri St. Louis on a 9-0 run that has staked the Tritons to a 44-43 lead over Arkansas Tech. Here at the Team Clean broadcast position, we pause for 1 minute. You're listening to the Golden Suns. A 9-0 run by Missouri St. Louis over the final minute and 47 seconds of the third quarter has turned this game around and given the Tritons a 44-43 lead over Arkansas Tech. As we head to the fourth quarter at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville, it'll be Kavanche Stackhouse, Lyric Williams, J.C. Higgins, Hannah Valines, and Jayana Sanders for Tech. Faye Meisner, Ariel Jackson, Alex Laporta, Grace Morrow, and Laura Serini are the 5 for Missouri St. Louis. The Tritons have the basketball. Meisner dribbles top of the key, defended by Jayana Sanders. Pass on the left wing for Ariel Jackson. Jackson feeds it on the baseline for Serini. Serini dumps it into the post for Morrow. Turnaround jumper off the window and good for Grace Morrow. Morrow with her second field goal. She's got 4 points. And with 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game, it's now 11 unanswered points for the Tritons. Turnover, J.C. Higgins' pass is stolen by Grace Morrow. It's 4-on-3 the other way. Jackson feeds it ahead for Serini. Layup is good. That's 13 unanswered points for the Tritons, and they lead 48-43 with 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Golden Suns need a bucket just to stem the tide a bit. Drive by Valines, off the window, it rattled out, no good. The rebound is out of bounds, off the foot of Lyric Williams, and the basketball will belong to Missouri St. Louis. The Tritons have rattled off 13 unanswered points, and they've done it over a span of less than 3 minutes, dating back to late in the third quarter. Right wing Ariel Jackson thought about a 3, instead dribbles to the free throw line, dishes out for Serini. Serini guarded by Stackhouse, loses the handle, got it back, pass deflected and stolen by Hannah Valines. Valines over the timeline. Hannah wants to drive all the way to the basket. Layup, good! Hannah Valines with the transition bucket. She's got 12 points to lead the team, and it's 48-45. The Suns back within 3 thanks to Hannah Valines. The steal on one end, the layup on the other. Top of the key, Laporta with it. Gives it up there for Ariel Jackson. She'll try a 3. It is no good. Off to the left. Defensive rebound, Sanders. Higgins on her right. Jayana drives, feeds Higgins. Layup short, no good. Higgins fights for the rebound with Faye Meisner. It's going to result in a held ball. The possession arrow favors the Golden Suns. And Arkansas Tech will maintain possession. 8 minutes and 21 seconds to go. Caitlin Henning and Kiera Stewart replace Laura Serini and Grace Morrow in the Missouri St. Louis lineup. For Arkansas Tech, it's Ryan Goodsell in for Lyric Williams. Inbound pass to be made by Jayana Sanders. 8:21 to go, fourth quarter, to Stackhouse for 3. No good from the right wing. Defensive rebound by Kiera Stewart. The Golden Suns still have not made a three-pointer today. Now 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. By comparison, Missouri St. Louis is 6 out of 14. Drive by Laporta. Layup is good for Alex Laporta. She's got 7 points and starting to assert herself offensively here down the stretch. It is 50-45. Suns quick counterattack. Goodsell layup good. Jayanna Sanders with the nifty assist, and Goodsell with the finish to pull the Golden Suns back within 3 at 50-47. 7:43 to go. Top of the key. Meisner on the dribble, feeds it down low for Laporta, layup good again. Laporta with 9 points. 7:36 to go, and it's 52-47. Laporta has scored 6 points in about the last 3 minutes of game action. Top of the key, Hannah Valines with the basketball. Valines goes right, got a pick from Higgins. Valines down the right side of the lane, had it poked away. Valines able to save the loose ball, throws it out to Stackhouse, onto Higgins. J.C. Higgins, 7 to shoot, gives it up to Stackhouse. Cavanche drives, scoop shot, no good, but she was fouled, and it'll be 2 free throws for Cavanche Stackhouse with 7 minutes and 7 seconds to go. The foul on Kiera Stewart is her 4th personal foul. It is team foul number 1 this quarter against the Tritons. And Stackhouse to the free throw line for Arkansas Tech, where she is 0 for 3 today. Her first try this time around is no good, just rattles out. Maybe not quite as much arc on those free throws as Cavanche normally employs, and did not get the friendly roll there. Lyric Williams replaces Ryan Goodsell for Arkansas Tech. Stackhouse's second try with 7:07 to go. It's on its way. It is good, got the bounce that time, and Coach Dave Wilbers wants timeout. Missouri St. Louis leads 52-48 at the Team Clean broadcast position. We step aside for 30 seconds. This is Golden Suns basketball. Seven minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Missouri St. Louis 52, Arkansas Tech 48. The Golden Suns have 2 timeouts left. Missouri St. Louis has 4. The next time the possession arrow becomes a factor, it will favor the Tritons. Hope you'll make plans now to join us here on River Country KCJC, ArkansasTechSports.com, and the all-new KCJC app next weekend as the Golden Suns and Wonder Boys will head to Oklahoma. We'll be in Durant on Thursday night, 5:30 and 7:30 for a doubleheader against Southeastern Oklahoma State. And then next Saturday we'll be in Ada when the Golden Suns and the Wonder Boys will face East Central University. It'll be a 1 p.m. start for the women and a 3 p.m. start for the men on Saturday against East Central. And you can hear it all here on River Country KCJC, ArkansasTechSports.com, and the KCJC app. Ariel Jackson, Caitlin Henning, Faye Meisner, Grace Morrow, and Alex Laporta on the floor for Missouri St. Louis Golden Suns. A little bit of a different defensive look here. Some zone principles being employed here. Pass in the left wing for Faye Meisner. To the top of the key, it goes for Henning. In the corner for Laporta. Now Henning gets it back, and she was fouled by Jayanna Sanders, who off balance went crashing into her and committed her 4th personal foul for Jayanna Sanders, team foul number 1 this quarter. And now a decision for Coach Dave Wilbers. He consults with his assistant, Ben Grieve, or I should say Rob Grieve, my apologies, and they choose for the moment to stay with Jayanna Sanders with 4 fouls. Pass in the right corner for Laporta. They feed it into the post for Morrow. Morrow out to Meisner. Meisner drives, layup short, no good, but a whistle and a foul against Arkansas Tech. The foul is going to be on Hannah Valines for a hack across the wrist, and that's 4 on her. And all of a sudden, the foul trouble starting to creep back in for the Golden Suns. That's 4 for Valines and 4 for Sanders, and the Golden Suns could ill afford to lose either of them. 6:34 remaining. Missouri St. Louis leads by 4. First free throw by Meisner is no good. Missouri St. Louis now 10 out of 15 at the free throw line today. This is Meisner's first trip to the line in this game. She is now 5 out of 8 at the free throw line this season, make it 6 out of 9 as she gets the second one with 6:34 to go. And it's 53-48. A 5-point lead for Missouri St. Louis. Drive by Jayana Sanders, feeds it down low for Lyric Williams, and in heavy traffic, she goes in for the layup try and draws a foul. The foul is going to be against Missouri St. Louis's Alex Laporta. It is her third personal foul, and Lyric Williams to the free throw line, where she is 1 for 2 today. Lyric closing in on a double-double. She's got 11 points and 8 rebounds. The first of 2 free throws on its way, and short, no good for Lyric. The Golden Suns have not distinguished themselves at the free throw line today. Now 8 out of 16 with that miss. Second try is good. Off the front iron, the backboard, and through for Lyric Williams to cut the Missouri St. Louis lead back down to 4. 6 minutes and 23 seconds to go. Missouri St. Louis leads 53-49. They've got the basketball. Alex Laporta gives it top of the key for Henning. Pass on the right wing for Meisner. Now Ariel Jackson flashes out high to take the basketball. They reverse it left side for Laporta. 12 to shoot. Post entry pass for Morrow. Double teamed. Back out to Laporta. They swing it top of the key for Meisner. On to Henning. Henning thought about a 3. Drives. Shoots from 15. No good. Rebound. Tipped by Valines. Loose in the paint. Stackhouse dives for it. A held ball is called. The possession arrow favors the Tritons, and they will throw it in from the baseline with 30 on the shot clock. 5:52 left in regulation, and Missouri St. Louis leading 53-49, bidding to become the first non-conference opponent to come to Tucker Coliseum and defeat the Golden Suns in more than 4 years. Ariel Jackson with it top of the key. Gives right wing for Alex Laporta, 22 to shoot. Henning receives a pass right corner, poked away from her by Stackhouse, out of bounds, and Missouri St. Louis will maintain possession with 20 on the shot clock. Arkansas Tech shooting 39% from the field today. Missouri St. Louis 36%. The Tritons are +3 in the rebound margin. Arkansas Tech +4 on the turnover margin. Top of the key, Ariel Jackson. Feeds it in the post for Morrow. It's tied up by Kavanche Stackhouse, and this time the possession arrow favors the Golden Suns. Jayana Sanders will bring it into the front court, joined by Hannah Valines, Lyric Williams, Kavanche Stackhouse, and J.C. Higgins. 5:23 to go. Sanders goes left. Jayana Sanders checked by Faye Meisner. Passes top of the key for Valines. Valines gets a pick from Williams, shoots from 17, no good. Higgins fights for the offensive rebound. It is poked away from her, out of bounds, and the Golden Suns will maintain possession. Kiera Stewart checks in, Grace Morrow checks out for the Tritons. Inbound pass will be made by Jayana Sanders. Sanders looking, finds Valines, left of the lane, 10-foot jumper, good. Hannah Valines has 14 points, 5:05 to play, and the Suns are back within 2 at 53-51. Now they need a stop. Ariel Jackson gets it on the left wing, dribbles to the top of the key, passes right wing for Henning. Henning goes right, shoots, misses, rebound, loose. It is controlled by Lyric Williams, and the Golden Suns call timeout. 4 minutes and 44 seconds to go. The Golden Suns will have it with a chance to tie it with a 2 or take the lead with a 3 when we come back. 4:44 to go. Missouri St. Louis leads 53-51 at the Team Clean broadcast position. We pause for 30 seconds. This is Golden Suns basketball. Four minutes and 44 seconds to go at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville. Missouri St. Louis 53, Arkansas Tech 51. Hannah Valines, Jayana Sanders, Lyric Williams, Kavanche Stackhouse, and J.C. Higgins break the huddle for the Golden Suns. They can tie it with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. Sanders into the front court. She'll be defended by Faye Meisner. Sanders goes right. Valines flashes out high, makes a catch. Valines wants to drive on Jackson. Gives it up to Lyric Williams. Lyric from 17 feet, no good. On the rebound, a whistle and a foul against Arkansas Tech. They've got J.C. Higgins for a push from behind, and now they've got JC for a technical foul, arguing that call, and she is fouled out of the game as a result. She got her 4th foul for the push on the rebound, and then she got her 5th for the technical in objection to the 4th. And it'll be quite a few free throws on the other end for Missouri St. Louis. They'll get to shoot 2 free throws on the technical, and then they'll get the basketball. Is the way this will go down, is that's only going to be 4 team fouls against the Golden Suns. And so just 2 free throws, but they do get possession of the basketball as well. And Ariel Jackson will shoot the 2 technical foul shots for Missouri St. Louis. J.C. Higgins fouls out of the game with 6 points and 2 rebounds, 1 assist today. She was 2 of 6 from the field and 2 out of 2 at the free throw line. And so Ariel Jackson to the free throw line, where she is 5 out of 6 today. Leighton Taylor will replace J.C. Higgins in the lineup for Arkansas Tech. The first of 2 free throws for Ariel Jackson is good, extending the Tritons' lead to 3 points. And now she will have a second attempt. It is on its way. It is short, no good, and it remains a 3-point lead for Missouri St. Louis. But the Golden Suns have lost the services of J.C. Higgins for the rest of the day. Kiera Stewart will make the inbound pass for the Tritons. Faye Meisner will receive it. They are joined on the floor by Caitlin Henning, along with Alex Laporta and Ariel Jackson. Meisner gives top of the key for Stewart. Stewart looks to her right, passes for Morrow. Correction, for Meisner, I should say. Now Ariel Jackson gets it with 12 on the shot clock. They throw it in the right corner for Henning. Bounce pass out to Laporta. She dumps it in for Kiera Stewart. Left-handed layup, much too hard off the window, no good. And Hannah Valines gets the defensive rebound. Suns down by 3, 3:53 to go. Now Sanders gets it at the top of the key. Jayana Sanders feeds the post for Lyric Williams. 10-foot jumper, no good. Defensive rebound by Kiera Stewart of Missouri St. Louis. It remains a 3-point lead for the Tritons. 3:38 to go. Suns need a stop. Meisner dribbles top of the key. Gives it up to Henning. Now Ariel Jackson receives a pass right wing. Laporta takes it at the top of the key. On to Henning. Henning drives. It's stolen away. Her pass stolen by Hannah Valines. Golden Suns into the front court. Valines looks to drive. Cut off by Henning. Throws it out to Stackhouse. Stackhouse thought about a 3. She penetrates. Spins. Shoots from 5 feet. No good. Defensive rebound by Kiera Stewart. The Golden Suns are just 3 out of 10 from the field here in the 4th quarter. Missouri St. Louis into the front court. They lead by 3 with 3 minutes to go. Golden Suns are getting the defensive stops they need. They just cannot convert on the other end. Ariel Jackson, right wing, defended by Leighton Taylor. Bounce pass out to Henning. Now Laporta gets it on the left wing. Flashing out high, Ariel Jackson receives a pass. Jackson dribbles right. Jackson with 2 to shoot. Steps back, shoots a long 2. It is good. Nothing but net from 18 feet inside the top of the key for Ariel Jackson, and a clutch bucket for Ariel Jackson. On the other end, Jayana Sanders misses the layup. Defensive rebound by Kiera Stewart, and it's getting nigh desperate times for the Golden Suns. Down by 5 with 2:24 to go. Into the front court, Henning receives the pass. Caitlin Henning gives it out front for Meisner. 17 to shoot. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the game. This Missouri St. Louis team has won 6 out of its last 7 after an 0-3 start, trying to keep that hot streak going. They feed Stewart. Layup is good. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. It's 58-51 on the Stewart bucket, and now the Suns pretty much have to have points this time down the floor. Valines from 15 feet scores. Hannah Valines has 16 points. The Golden Suns only have 1 timeout left. Missouri St. Louis has all 4. It's 58-53. The Golden Suns pull back within 5 on the Hannah Valines jumper. Left side, Laporta gives it out front for Meisner. Meisner passes left wing for Laporta. Laporta with 11 to shoot. Gives it out front for Henning. Henning with 6 to shoot. Penetrates. Goes up. Had her shot blocked by Lyric Williams out of bounds. And the Tritons will maintain possession with 3 on the shot clock. 1 minute and 23 seconds left in the game. Missouri St. Louis leading 58-53. The inbound pass will be made by Meisner to Stewart. Layup, no good, but a foul against Arkansas Tech. The foul is going to be against Cavanche Stackhouse. It's only one on Cavanche. Hannah Valines was also in the area. So a good break for the Golden Suns that it's just the first on Stackhouse instead of the fifth on Valines. Stewart to the free throw line for Missouri St. Louis. Her first free throw attempt of the day is no good off the back iron. Stewart is a 63% free throw shooter on the season. A second try forthcoming with 1 minute and 22 seconds left. Trying to add to a 5-point lead for the Tritons. Her second free throw is good. 59-53 Missouri St. Louis, a minute 22 to go. Into the front court come the Golden Suns. Jayanna Sanders hands it off to Valines. Valines drives, layup short, no good. Rebound, Lyric Williams, put back try is good. Lyric Williams has 13 points, 1 minute and 8 seconds left, and the Suns are down by 4. Have to have a defensive stop here. A minute to play. Dribbling just inside the timeline, Meisner. Meisner hands it off to Henning. Henning defended by Stackhouse. Henning uses her dribble, hands it off to Ariel Jackson with 9 to shoot. Jackson looks to drive, cut off by Leighton Taylor, steps back, shoots and misses from 18 feet. Rebound, Missouri St. Louis. Meisner got the offensive rebound, but they lose it out of bounds under heavy pressure from Cavanche Stackhouse. Meisner and Henning lost it out of bounds on the near sideline, and the Golden Suns get it back with 36.5 seconds to go. A potential huge turnover by Missouri St. Louis. Jayanna Sanders will bring it into the front court. Suns down by 4, 35 seconds to go. Sanders hands it off to Valines. Valines drives, shoots from 10 feet, no good. It was Kiera Stewart who forced the miss, Alex Laporta who rebounded it, and now Leighton Taylor must commit the foul with 24.7 seconds remaining. And Missouri St. Louis leading 59-55. The foul on Leighton Taylor is her first, and it will send to the free throw line for Missouri St. Louis, Faye Meisner. Meisner 1 out of 2 at the free throw line today, and on the season, a 71% free throw shooter. First try on its way, and no good, short. It remains a 4-point lead for Missouri St. Louis. Meisner with a second try to make it a 5-point lead. Meisner's second attempt is on its way, it is good. 60-55 Tritons. 24.7 seconds remaining. Inbound pass for Jayanna Sanders. Sanders into the front court. Sanders pulls up. They leave her alone for 3. She missed it. Defensive rebound by Missouri St. Louis's Henning with 16 seconds to go. Henning to midcourt. Jayanna Sanders fouls her and fouls out of the game with 13.9 seconds to go. The Golden Suns 5 out of 16 from the field here in the fourth quarter, 31%. And that cool shooting down the stretch will likely make the difference here today as Caitlin Henning steps to the free throw line for Missouri St. Louis with 13.9 seconds left. If she were to make both of these free throws, it would be a 3-possession game, and that would put the Golden Suns in an awfully difficult position. Henning 2 out of 4 at the line today, now 3 out of 5. She will have one more with 13.9 seconds left. This to make it a 3-possession game and perhaps put it out of reach. Second free throw is good. 62-55. Into the front court comes Kiera Moses. Suns down by 7. Moses gives in the right corner for Taylor. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound Ariel Jackson. 5 seconds left. And a foul is committed by Arkansas Tech with 3.9 seconds left, and it'll just be a matter of setting the final score now as Arkansas Tech will lose a home non-conference women's basketball game for the first time since December 14th of 2014, a span of more than 4 years, when Benedict College came here and defeated the Suns 67-60, and that streak of more than 4 years will come to an end here today. And it will be just the 6th home loss overall for Arkansas Tech's women since the beginning of the 2014-15 season, compared to 55 home wins over that span. Ariel Jackson makes both free throws, giving her a 23-point day. Into the front court Stackhouse, and time expires. Our final score from Tucker Coliseum is Missouri St. Louis 64 and Arkansas Tech 55. Here at the Team Clean broadcast position, we pause for 30 seconds and then come back to wrap it up. Golden Suns lose. This is Arkansas Tech basketball. Back with you at the Team Clean broadcast position at Tucker Coliseum in Russellville, where the Missouri St. Louis Tritons have defeated the Arkansas Tech Golden Suns by a final score of 64-55. And Golden Suns head coach Dave Wilbers making his way over now to the broadcast position to visit with us following this ball game. As Coach Wilbers puts the headset on. And Coach, when you look back on the way this game unfolded, you had an 8-point lead with 2:06 to go in the third quarter, and then Missouri St. Louis, they went on a 13-0 run there late in the third, early in the fourth. That was really the stretch that turned the tide. What did you see during that time that really made the big difference?
Well, I saw us get out of our offense. You know, we're trying to make too many plays early. You know, we're making 1 or 2 passes or 0 passes and trying to make something happen. And against a good defensive team, you can't do that. And then we, got in some foul trouble, and, they're a good team, hit some shots, but, credit them. They just came in here and beat us.
And I think the experience of a guard like Ariel Jackson for them really showed down the stretch. You know, when you've got a lot of sophomores out there handling the ball and they've got a senior and it gets down to crunch time, there are some times that's just going to make a difference.
Yeah, and she's a really good player. They have a bunch of seniors out there, and, their experience showed a little bit and our inexperience showed. But, no excuses. We had a big lead right there. And, really just look at ourselves. We missed some easy shots and didn't defend at times. And, that's the way it goes. It was a tough game. I knew it would be coming back from Christmas because these guys are always good.
All right, Coach, we'll see you Thursday night.
All right, thanks, Sam.
That is Dave Wilbers, head coach of the Arkansas Tech Golden Suns. Let's take a look at the final numbers from this one as Missouri St. Louis defeats the Arkansas Tech Golden Suns 64-55. The Tritons today were 20 out of 55 from the field. That is 36%, including 6 out of 14, 43% from three-point range, and they were 18 out of 26, 69% at the free throw line. The Golden Suns were 23 of 64 from the field today. That's 36%. Arkansas Tech missed all 5 of its three-point attempts in this one, and the Suns were 9 out of 17, 53% at the free throw line. Missouri St. Louis finished with a 44-37 rebounding edge. The Golden Suns did such a good job for about the first 23 minutes of this game. Arkansas Tech only committed 3 turnovers in the first 23 minutes of the contest, but Arkansas Tech from that point forward committed 6 turnovers, and that certainly did not help matters. Arkansas Tech finished with 9 turnovers. It was still a +7 turnover margin for Arkansas Tech, but they weren't able to convert that into offense like they normally do. Those fast break opportunities just were not there. Missouri St. Louis did such a great job getting back defensively all day long, and as a result, the points off turnovers ended up even at 12 apiece, and so the Golden Suns unable to take advantage of what is normally a big advantage for them, and that contributed to the loss here today as Missouri St. Louis wins it 64-55. Individual leaders, first for the Tritons, it was Ariel Jackson, their lone player in double figures in scoring. She had 23 points on 6 out of 15 shooting from the field and 8 out of 10 at the free throw line, and she really made some clutch plays down the stretch. That 18-foot jumper she made inside the top of the key with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to make it 56-51. That was really a bit of a dagger at that point in the game, and it certainly gave Missouri St. Louis the boost that it needed to get over the finish line here today. Arkansas Tech led by Hannah Valines with 16 points. She was 8 out of 16 from the field. She had 7 rebounds. 13 points and 10 rebounds for Lyric Williams as she gets the double-double. 7 points today for Jayana Sanders to go along with 5 rebounds and 3 assists before she fouled out of the game. 6 points for J.C. Higgins before she fouled out. 5 points for Kavanche Stackhouse. Stackhouse also with 4 rebounds on the day. 4 points for Ryan Goodsell, and then 2 points apiece for Kiera Moses and Alicia Mardis. Leighton Taylor played 12 minutes, and the Golden Suns lose today 64-55. Missouri St. Louis wins for the 7th time in its last 8 games, and they go to 7-4 overall. Arkansas Tech falls to 5-5 overall. Missouri St. Louis wins it 64-55. I want to send along special thanks to Mr. Stephen Barry, who did a great job as always as our chief studio engineer. Thank you to the many sponsors who make it possible, and thanks to you for listening. We'll be back with you on Thursday night from the Magnolia capital of the Sooner State, Durant, Oklahoma, as it'll be Arkansas Tech and Southeastern Oklahoma State for a Great American Conference doubleheader from Bloomer Sullivan Arena, 5:30 Thursday night for the women, 7:30 Thursday night for the men, and you can hear it all here on River Country, KCJC, and ArkansasTechSports.com. Until then, from my broadcast partner, Kelly Davis, I'm Sam Strachner, reminding you that Jerry says Happy New Year and fight on. So long, everybody. Thank you, Stephen. You have a Happy New Year. Talk to you soon.